The year 2050 will present many challenges to the globe and force us to rethink our way of life. A major challenge to the globe will be energy sustainability. Because society today is reliant on fossil fuels that damage the Earth's atmosphere, there will be a move towards a less energy-intensive society in the future. It is expected that by 2050, 60% of all electricity will be generated by non-fossil fuels. As the energy crisis turns into an economic crisis due to shortages and price hikes, OECD countries will experience a lot of migration from first to third world countries, as third world countries have developed based on sustainable energy. As this migration occurs, population and eventually GDP will grow in non-OECD countries. This will leave weakened first world countries. Because of these economic problems, people cannot afford contemporary housing and move towards cheap alternatives. Population in 2050 will have grown by 40%, but immigration coupled with low birth rates will see a diminished and economically struggling society in Australia. Global warming brought on by burning of harmful fossil fuels will cause the sea level to rise an estimated 30 centimeters by 2050. The burning of these fuels will eventually cause air and water quality to decrease. Conditions of the site on Cavendish Street in Geelong would have changed by 2050. Deakin University will have used its existing car park to extend the university's capabilities and capacity. This will be largely due to an influx of people from an overcrowded Melbourne city. Areas immediately surrounding the site will have turned into residential high-rise buildings. Residential and business districts will have merged to save the cost of daily transportation. The inner city will primarily be a walk path, and electric trams will be available for long distances. In this situation, a home for the previously mentioned setting must be created that is adaptable to the needs of the typical family in 2050. A careful consideration of sustainability should be made, and the use of low-impact materials should be evident. As the economy continues to dwindle, people will find it impossible to own or even rent their own homes or apartments. People will constantly be on the move to find work to support themselves, as unemployment is a major problem in the cities. An alternative to owning or renting a whole home will be the pod console approach. A console will be owned by an investor or government, and it will provide the basic necessities such as bathing and cooking facilities and a lavatory. This console space will be rentable by up to 4 people. People or pod owners will attach their pod to the console after a payment agreement has been made by the console owner and the pod owner. The attachment will be made with the use of an on-site crane. An individual's pod will contain sleeping quarters and personal effects and will be specific to an individual's tastes. Consoles will be expandable upward to allow for more people in the building. Each of the consoles will carry 4 solar panels to provide basic electricity needs for the pod owners. In this type of dwelling, people are only paying to rent a console. More people in a console, the less you have to pay. The pod console housing system will be completely prefabricated. In 2050, 40% of all cars will run on electricity. Because of this, the pods and console structural frame will be made from recycled metals from petroleum cars. Bamboo is a tree that fully grows after only 6 years and is very strong. The internal and external lining of the pods and consoles will be made from processed bamboo. The frame will be heavily insulated to reduce heat loss.